Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the rear derailleur hanger on the Roscoe 8 here. I've had some issues with it not shifting very well, and I suspect it's the derailleur hanger. So let's check it out. Okay, so we'll notice here that the shifting on the Roscoe, I can shift up fine. That seems to work decently enough. But then when I'm shifting down, you can see I kind of get stuck right there. And then it's kind of not the best sounding. It's kind of clunky downshifting right about this area here. And I've tried adjusting the barrel adjuster and messing around with it, and I just can't get it to shift smoothly. See, I'd even jumped a couple gears there. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out the derailleur. I got some tools over here that I'm gonna use for this job. So I have a couple Allen keys I'm gonna need. I actually have a new derailleur hanger because I'm suspecting if I try to unbend this, it's gonna break. So I just have that ready in case. And I have this Park tool. It's the, what is it? The DAG 2.2. It's a derailleur hanger alignment gauge. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on and check it out. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is just gonna downshift to the smallest cog. We'll just get the chain down there. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove the rear derailleur. And if you have a clutch on your derailleur, I would disengage it for this, just make it easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo the derailleur off the hanger. And then just let it hang here out of the way, like so. So I got the Park tool, derailleur alignment tools. So we're gonna go ahead, and this just basically, we just thread this on to the derailleur hanger mount. So just screw that in. Careful not to cross thread. So we'll get that on there. Okay, so now, so we're just gonna spin the wheel. I got the valve. We're gonna line up the valve at the top here. And basically we're just gonna bring up this, it just slides up like so. We're gonna slide over this little feeler gauge thing until it hits the rim right there. And then we're gonna slide, once it's in place there, there's a little O-ring here. I'm just gonna slide that over so I know there's the distance from here to the rim. And make sure you do it at the valve stem, like I have here, just to take all factors out of the equation. So now basically, I'm just gonna spin the wheel down to the bottom, and we're gonna take a measurement there and just see how far bent this derailleur hanger might be. Okay, so we spin the wheel down, get the valve stem down at the bottom. We're just gonna turn this down here. Okay, so we spun the wheel down to the bottom. We have the valve stem here, and I'm just gonna bring this up, and we're gonna slide it over. And you can see just what I was expecting here. We're out of alignment by this much here on the vertical, up like this plane here, up and down plane of the derailleur hanger. So with this tool, you can bend it or try to bend it. I just don't know if I can bend it that much. That's a pretty big amount. We're just gonna slowly try to bend that. I'm not even sure I can bend it that much back into shape. So we'll just I'm just pulling on it carefully, but I'm not even getting close to where I need to be. So I'm thinking then I'm just gonna have to replace this derailleur hanger. You can see I'm still a fair ways out of alignment here. We can also measure the horizontal plane. Here, same thing. So if I bring this over this way, so I'll just try this out here and make sure. So there's my measurement here, and then I'll just spin it over here. And where's the... And actually on that plane, you can see there, on the horizontal plane there, it's actually pretty good alignment. So it looks like it's just the up and down alignment that's out of whack. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace the derailleur hanger. So let's do that. Okay, so to remove the hanger, we're just gonna remove the rear wheel. And then we are just going to remove the hanger here. So there's just basically, if you can see, there's two, whoa, Stan almost fell over there. There's two little screws we need to undo there to remove the derailleur hanger. I'm just gonna remove these here. All right, so we got the derailleur hanger there removed. So I got the new derailleur hanger. We're gonna go ahead and put that on. As you can see on the frame, there's sort of a notch out, so that derailleur hanger will only fit in there a certain way. Just be careful not to try to put it in that way or something that's not gonna line up with the holes. So it's gotta go that way there. So it's gonna go ahead and put this in. And there's many reasons derailleur hanger can get bent. Hitting it on rocks is one major reason, and it's probably the reason why mine's bent. Hitting it on the ground, if you just drop your bike onto the derailleur, it could possibly bend the derailleur. This is like the second or third time I've had to, well, I had the shop replace it once, and I've had to replace it once before. I don't know if it's maybe not a super beefy hanger, I'm not sure, but it seems to get bent fairly easily. So now I'll go ahead and I'll put the wheel back on, and we'll get the derailleur hooked back up. So I'm just gonna put the rear derailleur back on. So I'm just gonna start this here. Now, one thing to be careful of, we can see right down in there, if it'll focus down in there, there is a little notch on the back of that hanger, and there's a little notch on the back of this piece there, and you want to make sure this notch that's on there, it's hard to see that little notch there, that it's on behind that little notch there. It needs to be, you need to pull it back behind that notch in order for everything to work right. Pull this back like so, and then tighten it up. This is why it's helpful to have that clutch off. All right, so we got the derailleur back on. I'm just gonna run through the gears. Probably gonna need to fine tune everything a little bit still, but let's just see how this not too bad. Let's see if we can go down. That's where the problem was before going down. So, all right, got past that. So it's a little chunky still, but not too bad. At least it gets past that point. So I might just need to fine tune the barrel adjusters a little bit, but it seems to be shifting pretty good. Oh, well, not too bad, a little sloppy, but at least I don't get stuck up in that gear like I was before. So definitely the hanger was bent. So that has definitely helped. I noticed that I have this broken on here, where the cable route is. So I'm just gonna fix that while I have this on the stand. So there you go, guys. Just a quick replace the derailleur hanger on the Roscoe here. It's been the third time I've had to do that. Not sure why that is, if it's a weak derailleur hanger or what it is, or I'm just a crappy rider, which very well is the case because I've hit it a few times. But anyways, the shifting seems to be a little bit better. Might need to fine tune some limit screws, which is a little bit outside my comfort zone, but it's shifting pretty good. So we're gonna go test it out on the trails and see how it is. So hey, I just wanted to, thanks for everybody subscribing to the channel so far. So make sure to subscribe, like the videos, and keep your feet on the pedals.
Oh, shut your face, Toogy, Howser.